Here we are at Stansted Airport on our way to Valencia. It's a pretty easy journey, and we just got into the escape lounge. We had to wait an hour and a half, but we're finally here. We've got some nice food. We've got a pork sausage roll and a chicken Caesar sandwich. So we just arrived at the accommodation at 10:30, and it's very nice. You get a nice view tomorrow during the day, and yeah,
it was a terrifying road trip. Lots of twists and turns and stuff, and it's on the wrong side of the road, so quite an experience at night. But yeah, we're very excited for Tim's wedding tomorrow. Yeah, and to just sit in the hot tub all day, honestly.
Yeah, but it's late now and it's been a long day, so I think that's it for the night.
So we're driving around Calpe. Beautiful view. Look at all these little houses and stuff, all looking at the sea. It's a bit raining today, but it's fine. Luckily it's hot, so it's quite nice still. We're on the hunt for a supermarket. We only got here at like 11 PM last night, so we don't have anything in the fridge and we're starving a little bit. So hopefully we can find one. We just drove to one and then it was just a house. So we'll see. We found this cool building. We think it's a hotel. It's quite nice and green and geometric and stuff. And it's right next to the beach.
Like a view.
What do you think of the rock?
The big rock.
Yeah.
It's a rock.
But it's like the only one, that's what makes it weird. It's just like this giant rock in the middle of nowhere. It's quite funny.
Luckily, a few hours after we got back from the shops, the cloudy weather had turned and we got some sunny skies. And here's a quick tour of our accommodation for the weekend. Speed. Now we're on the way to the wedding. 700 meters from our accommodation, and wow, the weather really has turned. It's absolutely boiling now.
Yes, and look at those clear skies, not a cloud in sight. And Francis just like bolting off. Yeah. So we're going to the beach. They're getting married on the beach, and then we're going to Porto Blanco restaurant, which is just 400 meters from our accommodation, which is where the reception is going to be. And yeah, you know, the Mediterranean people like to party, so this will probably be a very long vlog. We'll see you at 3 AM.
What do you think so far? If you ever find yourself in the shower, The next day we drove back to Valencia to drop off the rental car and take a train to Madrid. One of the first things we had to do when we got to Madrid was go and see a flamenco show. Thoughts on the flamenco?
It was great, very interesting. It was about an hour-long show. They had like a guy on the guitar, which was nice, and some singing people, and the dancing was incredible. Yo, you can't imagine that people can make that kind of rhythm just with their feet and some high heels. It's quite impressive. Yeah, as it's still very light out, which is great. Good thing.
What's the time?
It is 7:05. Yeah, it feels like it's still the middle of the day. We're gonna just walk around a little bit. It's very busy here. A lot of people. We don't know if it's tourists or locals, but it's quite nice and lively, and yeah, we'll see what we find.
Ben & Jerry's in the square.
So we're at the Mercado de San Miguel at the moment. It's very busy. They're also doing a lot of construction, so there's a lot of scaffolding. Sure, we got some, I don't know, what is it?
Sausages.
Sausages.
Do you think it looks very funny?
It does look a little bit funny. We'll insert a video from my point of view to see. And the police came up to us.
They did not come up to us, they just drove past, as they do on patrol.
No, my story will be that they drove past.
Anyway, what do you think of the Puerto del Sol?
Yeah, it's very cool. There's just so many people.
There are so many people.
Yeah, it's insane. But it's very cool. It's a very nice day. Not too hot, not too cold. Yeah.
Nice and sunny.
Nice and sunny. We had some good food. So we're at the Palace of Madrid at the moment. It's beautiful. We unfortunately, well, it's a royal we. I unfortunately booked the tickets for tomorrow instead of today. So we're hoping they'll be nice and still allow us in. But if not, at least it's still beautiful from the outside. So wish us luck.
So we got to the palace and the queue's insanely long, so I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with our tickets. But anyway, lesson learned. Double check the date before you book something.
And book it more in advance than the day of.
That's also a good thing. But we got a nice view behind us, which is also cool to see. And it's cool to see everything from outside as well. All the architecture. Instead, we went to just opposite of the palace where the Almudena Cathedral is located. This is where the seat of the Archdiocese of Madrid is, and the construction began in 1883 and it finished over a century later when it was consecrated by Pope John Paul II in 1993. Thoughts on Madrid?
Yeah, we like it a lot. We might go for a little bit of a siesta now, as the locals do, and then go out later tonight for some tapas and drinks and stuff. Okay, so we're at a local Spanish restaurant for some dinner. We got some tapas. So the one with the meat on top is the serranita, which is grated tomato, extra virgin olive oil, melted cheese and ham. And then the other one is a omelette with chorizo in it, accompanied by a loaf bread with tomato and extra virgin olive oil. So yeah, that's very good. A little bit of a dog fight. So this is some goat's cheese with caramelized onions and bread. Yeah, that looks very good. I just hope I don't break a tooth.
And thoughts?
No. Good.
Good.
The cheese has a very strong taste, but it's balanced out by the sweetness of the caramelized onions. I've watched a lot of MasterChef.
Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure through Calpe and Madrid. Please like and subscribe and join us for the next adventure where we take on Andorra and Barcelona.